Peace, peace, peace. We got enough people in the house for me to start the video. And it's not going to be a video about no history or about no Aborigines, just to give people awareness in our so-called community. And I know a lot of people that's like in the Aboriginal community, we really don't fuck with a lot of Pan-Africans, but just to put it out there, this nigga is scamming again. And the sad part is that, by now people should already know that this motherfucker been scamming for years, man. And another sad part is that, when you deal with this so-called conscious community and deal with Sinetta and them, and you get this whole Pan-African ideology, you start trusting everybody with the same skin as you. You know what I'm saying? And we don't understand that as so-called, whether you want to say, if you don't want to, you want to take away the Aborigines or Black Indians and just say Black Americans, that a lot of blacks from other countries, they come here and they exploit us. And they use their so-called, you know what I'm saying, they use our lack of knowledge and our ignorance against us, such as this motherfucker Polight. Now, I don't know where this nigga Polight is from, but he said he was Igbo. So that was a sign that he was basically telling you that he was Nigerian. I assume that his wife is Nigerian too, or whatever. And they infiltrated this community. I've spoken to people. I believe Polight whole story. Everything he's saying is a fucking lie. Cause I don't see too many Africans that come here and get on drugs. I don't see that. That's one thing I don't see. I don't see Africans coming here getting on drugs. He tell a story about how he never met his mother and all this, that, and the third. He try to give you the same story that a Black American has, which I don't believe. You understand what I'm saying? I don't believe he was ever a Crip. Because for you to be a superior of a Crip means that you have to go through a lot. You have to be in the gang for a long time, and you have to put massive work in. So I think he was just lying about that. I think he was just paying for protection with the Crips, and at the same time, he was telling people that he was a superior, so people would just leave him a fuck alone. I believe the nigga is an immigrant because he still has an accent, but people for years been telling people that this nigga been scamming. You know what I'm saying? And now, this lawyer come out, Akeisha Shabazz or whatever. Now she comes out. Now everybody wanna so-called believe what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And in the Black media brought this information out. I assume probably about 3 or 4 years ago. Probably about 3 years ago, I say. About 3 years ago, they brought this information out. And, Sinetta ignored it or whatever. And that's another thing, man. Sinetta know exactly what's going on, but Sinetta he keeps trying to play like he don't know what's going on. Like he ain't got nothing to do with it. This nigga scamming Black Americans, okay? He's scamming Black Americans, and Sinetta know exactly what's going on. And how to prove Sinetta know what's going on. Before I even play this, let me just show you this. No, it's this one right here. All right, and shout out to, I don't know who made this channel right here, but this shit is funny as hell, yo. This called Conceal. I mean, this called I think it's Conceal Ringleader. I think that's the name of it. I'm gonna play the beginning of it. I like the way this shit come on in the beginning. Check this shit out, y'all. Shit is funny as hell. Just give it a second. All right, check this shit out. Fair use, man. So whoever channel this is, don't flag my fucking channel, man. These Black folks are the worst people on the planet. These Black folks are the worst planet. Y'all know who he's talking about. Y'all know who he's talking about. So somebody sent me the video and said, yo, Polight going in on you. Let me see what this clown ass nigga got to say. I murdered my daughter for Hollywood dating. Ain't nobody scared you, nigga. I know you's a bitch because I seen the bitch in your eyes when Captain Tazoriak told you to cross the fucking line, nigga. His spiritual father, who he called, was a fucking child molester. Your father is a child molester, period. All right, let me show you how that shit come on. This shit funny as hell. And remember, fair use, man. These black folks are the worst people on the planet. These black folks are the worst people on the planet. Y'all know who he talking about. And remember, when he said that, most people didn't. Most people see, like I said, we under the spell that all black people are the same. How do a fucking immigrant, which is Polight is an immigrant. Polight is not a black American, so where's he from? He said he was Igbo, so he has to be Nigerian. But motherfuckers said, oh, his father Panamanian, prove it. I don't believe that. I believe he's a fucking African, straight up. He's not no mixed African. He's a 100% African. Now, like I said, now I also believe he went to college at some point in time because he's very educated. You know what I'm saying? He's very intelligent. So I believe he's been to school. I believe that he has some formal education. He's not just some nigga who just was locked up and just came home, started reading books and just got no. That's bullshit. I believe this nigga just infiltrated the community by coming into knowledge and everything, right? Because when you first see him, he wasn't even wearing fitted hats and shit at first. So, you know, but I'm gonna play a little bit of this. Y'all know who he's talking about. So somebody sent me the video and said, yo, Polight going in on you. Let me see what this clown ass nigga got to say. I murdered my daughter for Hollywood fame. Ain't nobody scared of you, nigga. I know you's a bitch because I seen the bitch in your eyes when Captain Tazoriak told you to cross the fucking line, nigga. Who he called was a fucking child molester. Your father is a child molester, period. And he got his feelings. He got mad. And he thought he was going to punk Congress out. If you want to cross the road, cross the fucking road. Another lie, because you're scared of him. Why you ain't fucking with Meta World Peace no more? Think I didn't know that, huh? Okay. You do it every time you got a reunion on awards. Speaking of Polight, kumbaya, next thing you know, you back at it again in another 20, 30 days. Another lie, because you're scared of him. Why you ain't fucking with Meta World Peace no more? Think I didn't know that, huh? Okay. You do it every time you got a reunion on awards. Speaking of which, the only thing this community can ever do again is a reunion or awards. They can't do elections, they can't do debates. Point. All your teachers that's in this conscious community doing lectures and debates. It's a dub. They can't get to the debate. It's always about to be a fight. Whether it's about it's another damn lie. I still got what I feed you. Nonetheless, though, you just heard Sanetta say that he was scamming, and I just want to play a little bit of this. The lawyer, Keisha Shabazz. I just want to play a little bit of that. But you heard Polight. I mean, you heard Sanetta. He know that he been scamming, and then he brings the motherfucker back, and he just had him on his fucking show last week, so he know what the fuck is going on with him. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, at the end of the day, man, these niggas been knew what the fuck is going on with him or whatever. He been scamming people. He been using, and that's what happened. Everybody come here and use our asses or whatever. And because we think that everybody is the same as us, we assume that these people got our best interest. But like I tell y'all, man, don't trust no one. You can't trust your own black Americans. You need to start scanning people at the door, asking people, well, because he look black, where are you from? Confirm that he's a black American first before you even trust him. Then you still can't trust him. So you gotta already know where this shit coming from. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna play a little bit of her video.
Coverage that I had. So I'm gonna bring the brother on later on who gave Brother Polight $70,000. And this video is in an effort to appeal to Brother Polight so that he can pay his money back. Because at the end of the day, he still owes him $40,000. He still owes him $40,000.
So for those of y'all who don't know, she had a video, this video right here, where she basically was saying that it was a brother who reached out to her, that he ran into some money through his inheritance, and he gave brother Polight 70,000. Why would you invest 70,000? That's a whole nother story. But still, however it went, the brother ended up doing it, and as a result, like, let me see, let me just play a little bit of it. She's saying that she was trying to get in touch with brother Polight, and brother Polight wasn't responding, and they finally got in touch with brother Polight, and they did some type of contract or whatever, and he agreed to pay him, and he actually supposedly paid him back around $30,000. But after that, he started evading the phone calls, and he started saying, well, he had to wait for a check to clear and all this other goofy shit. But nonetheless, though, I'm gonna play some more of this one. Y'all, by now, y'all should already seen this first video she did, but this is another video she did. And actually, shout out to brother, shout out to my brother. I ain't gonna put his name out there who sent me the video though. But shout out to the brother, man, who sent it to me. It's definitely a brother who used to be on side of the couch heavily. He's heavily in the conscious community. And he actually sent me this video right here the other day, man. Shout out to that brother, man.
I'm gonna have him come on and it's gonna show you a couple of things, show you some receipts. I told you I have receipts. I got receipts. I got a lot of receipts. I have receipts. I have conversations with brother Polight. I'm not here to show all of that because that's pointless. I want to say a couple of things before we go forward, though. Here's the thing. There are a lot of people doing some victim blaming. Oh, he's dumb. He sent this man $70,000. That's dumb. That's dumb. Here's what I have to say to you. If and when your child, your daughter, ever comes to you and tells you that she has been a victim of a sexual assault, the thinking that you are displaying, you would then turn to her and say, well, what were you wearing? Right. That's the thinking. And we don't do that. We don't do victim blaming. We're going to place the blame where it belongs. Responsibility and accountability to the people who engaged in the criminal conduct and reap those benefits and rewards as a result of it. How does someone fall victim to this? Very easily. You trust. You trust people who hold themselves out to be trustworthy. And then there are all of these images of brother Polight, which seem to suggest that he's successful, right? And people want to mirror that success. They want to have some of what they see that he has, the cars and the clothes and the jewelry and all of the nonsense, all the material bullshit. But Polight's not stupid. He knows what appeals to people. He knows exactly what appeals to them. And so he's at the Gucci and the Versace store, which right there should tell you something about what is he trying to do, right? So that, listen, I don't want to blame the victim. That's not what we're here to do. That's not what I'm here to do. What I'm here to do is demonstrate that this actually happened. I know that there are a few people who are diehard Polight fans, and I like it. Some people, the Trump tards, the people who follow Trump regardless to whom or what, no matter what he says or does, they're like, well, that's fake news. That's how the fuck y'all sound. Those people, well, I don't believe it. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not here to convince you. I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not. I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to inform you. And what you do with the information, that's up to you, right? But it can never be said that Ike was silent about some shit that was going on, and she was privy to that information, and she didn't make the people aware. That will never be said. Not because that's it. You know what? Y'all may not know me. A lot of people don't know me. But at the end of the fucking day, all I've got is my word. Get in the mirror and know that I've done good work. That matters to me. It matters to me. I have a conscience. And I have spirit guides that talk to me constantly. And if I'm not moving right on my square, I'm going to be checked. And so for all intents and purposes, this is a check. This is a check. It's not just for Brother Polight, though. This is also a check for Amanet.
Now check this out real quick. See this nigga? This nigga's a fucking African, man. And because of these this so-called pan-African community, we think everybody that's black is a black American, and everybody come here and use our experience. Listen, bro, let me tell you something like this, bro. If you came from Africa, you don't have the same story as a black American. But a lot of these motherfuckers that come from these other fucking countries, they come here and use the slave trade, and they come here and use our suffering and say, oh, well, this happened to all because it happened to us here. It happened to everybody on that fucking continent, which that is not true. Okay, if you believe you are African American, you believe that you were sold by some Africans, and you believe that you ended up here as a result of them selling you there. Now, these motherfuckers will sit there, even though that they came here willingly, they will sit there and act like they got something to do with all black people. They just like Tariq Nasheed said, they cannot come here and claim to have suffering if they don't use the black American struggle. He uses the black American struggle. Nobody never checks him at the door and say, well, where you from? Oh, okay, you're African. So now you see how he was dressing. He was dressing like this. He wasn't wearing fitted hats. He wasn't wearing none of that shit. So he went from this to wearing Yankee hats. And because I'm a street nigga. So, my thing is this. I've been wearing fitted hats and all this stuff all my life. So once I started getting some type of knowledge of myself, I wanted to separate myself from like how some of the young boys dress. And then shout out to the brothers who do wear fitted hats. I'm not trying to say nothing against that, but I'm 42 years old, so I wanted to kind of separate myself. I didn't want to look the same. I didn't want to get the same approach, even from young boys as well as a lot of the older people. I didn't want to get the same. I didn't want to get the same, get the same attention. Like, oh, he's a young boy too because he dressing like a young boy. No, I want to dress like an adult. But this nigga wear fitted hats. This nigga he wear Gucci. Nigga wearing been at the Gucci store back in the 90s. That's nothing. He show you cars. All the shit that niggas do is now what he doing now. Oh, money's my god. Oh, he pulling up, always pull up in some new car. That right there should tell you that this nigga's not conscious. And then you hear about him beating people. You hear about him. Listen, bro. In the black media, had this brother on. I believe he was in the army, and he sent Brother Polight $17,000, bro. And he wanted to put his hands on Brother Polight as a result to that, or whatever. So them brothers reached out to the conscious community, and no one in the conscious community wanted to touch it. Okay, then you had brother Red Pill and Blue Pill. I guess after years of them hearing that he was scamming people, they just said enough is enough, man. We gotta bring this nigga to the elders, and they made a joke of this shit, man. And that's the shit that really was like, yo, these niggas is fucking clowns, man. When I seen that shit, how all them niggas turned on brother Red Pill and Blue Pill for brother Polight, Sinetta, Minister Inky. But Minister Inky, he was going back and forth with Polight too. And Minister Inky had some dispute with Polight, which he took Polight computer from him because he said Polight had older money. All right, he said it was some shit though. You got to check out in the black media. The brother Solomon and Lex Vortex is actually talking about that. They got a video talking about that or whatever though. But yeah. So all them brothers, when Brother Red Pill and Blue Pill came out, and they started talking about what I'm saying, like how he was scamming people, that they need to come out of elder. All this nigga did was reverse it back on them, and then everybody fell for it. And I'm sitting there like, yo, these niggas is wrong, bro. I'm like, yo, regardless of the fact, yeah, Brother Red Pill, you hear shit about t-shirts or whatever, but a t-shirt that costs $20 or costs $17, and the nigga was late with an order, as opposed to somebody beating a nigga for 70,000, 17,000, 3,000, 5,000, numerous other orders that wasn't fulfilled, numerous other people, 2,500, 5,000, and then niggas sat there and ate that shit up. And I'm just sitting there looking like, yo, niggas is for. That's why, man, I must be a different individual. I'm cut from a different cloth. I know flim flam when I see it, and I know bullshit when I see it. I know bullshit when I see it. You're not gonna go from this to just wearing fitted hats and trying to dress and trying to be cool. You had to come from that first. I obviously he didn't come from that. If you was a street nigga, you been wearing fitted hats and you been dressing like that. So that shit wouldn't be nothing new to you to be driving around in cars and doing. I did all that shit back in the 90s, the early 2000s when I was young. You know what I'm saying? M3s and M5s and Range Rovers and all that shit. Used to do all that shit. Now I'm content. I got a regular vehicle. I ain't trying to get chase no attention or trying to, I gotta drive around in a motherfucking BM to feel like I'm somebody. No, I can ride around on a damn horse. I can ride around on a damn horse with some fucking cowboy boots on and feel like I'm somebody. You know what I'm saying? But nah, nonetheless though, but you don't go from being conscious to bragging about money. And then once I seen that he was bragging about money and he talking about money, I said, nah, this nigga obviously was a broke nigga, and he obviously is not who he say he is. I don't believe the story that he told about where he came from and who he is, about his mother. I don't believe none of that shit. I believe the nigga came here from his country, whatever country he came from. He went to school, and he just somehow just got into the conscious community and just started. Because I asked Brother Red Pill, because the nigga said that Dr. Sabi bailed him out. So I asked Brother Red Pill, I said, Brother Red Pill, did did y'all introduce Polight to Dr. Sabi? He was like, nah. He said he met him on his own. So obviously he had to meet them afterward. And then he talking about Dr. Sabi built him out of jail. He lying, man. This whole Sabi is not here to you know what I'm saying, to agree with that. And no one else is here to contest to that. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't believe nothing this nigga saying. Like, he's a liar, you know what I'm saying? And niggas just sit there and believe anything. This nigga was scamming from the gate, man. He don't know Dr. York. Dr. York's son said he did not know him. So I'm like, hold up. So he never met Dr. York's son? I mean, he don't even know Dr. York. So he made it seem like, oh, this Dr. York's son. Oh, he know Dr. York. No, he didn't even know Dr. York. And Dr. York's son came right out and said it, man. That's why I started saying, like, hold up, man, this nigga's lying. And then I know these niggas. We was at the Evolution conference, right? And me and my man, this was when I was smoking, right? We was on the side smoking or whatever, and two of his security guards came out. So I was talking to security guards because I told them I'm from North. So they was like, oh, you from North? Oh, we from Trenton. So I'm like, yo, y'all from Trenton? So I said, where the rest of y'all niggas from? He said, all of us from Trenton. So I said, oh, okay. So all of y'all from Trenton. So he's like, yeah, I'm a Crip or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. So this nigga ain't do nothing but employ these people. You know what I'm saying? He employed them. And like I said, the way he moved like an African. But no one is checking these niggas at the door. I'm checking people at the door. I'm asking people, where are you from? You know what I'm saying? And there's only a couple of different countries that I get passes to from brothers that's outside of North America. And I always reference them countries or whatever, but Africa definitely ain't one of them. When I look at an African, I already know that you got some type of negative reason why you here. You here to get money, basically. You here to get money, you here to get the American dream. That's the only reason why you here. So when I automatically see one of these, bro, I already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? And like most people, they here to get money. But at the end of the day, you got some people who just want to just make a basic living, and you got some people who want to come here and go to school and get master's degrees and doctorate degrees, and then dress like they European and act like the European. That's what most of these coon ass Africans do. That's why I don't fuck with Africans. I ain't gonna lie, I don't fuck with them. Some of them cool, but most of them are only here to get riches. They only here to get riches. They only here to look like you and take our culture and live off of our fucking story here in the Americas. And then we let them live, and we never check none of these motherfuckers. But like I said, at the end of the day, man, you gotta really start checking these niggas. Cause these niggas is scamming Black Americans, man. He not going to Africa scamming no African. He here to scam Black Americans. And that's the same thing. Like, you had these Africans that were selling drugs here. They wasn't selling drugs to their people. They were selling drugs to Black Americans. And nobody checked them and said, yo, the fuck you here selling drugs to us, to my people for? You ain't selling drugs to your people. You selling drugs to my motherfucking people. And everybody come here and take advantage of the black aborigine. That's the whole thing to this the whole scamming and whatever. That's why you have to check people at the gate. Where you from, bro? Oh, okay. You from Haiti? All right. Okay. All right. I can rock with Haitian. Oh, you from Jamaica? All right. I can rock with Jamaicans. But like I said, I don't trust all my people. So I have to really still scan other people. If I don't trust all black Americans, I'm just not trusting another black person that just came here. But most of the, like, like I said, man, a lot of Haitian brothers I met is 100. Most Jamaicans I meet is 100. Most of the Caribbeans I meet is okay. But you know what I'm saying? But you still got coons amongst them and you have to check them. But this nigga right here is a certified fucking coon. So I'm gonna play some more of the video and we gonna I ain't gonna make a long video because I got things to do. So I'm play a little bit more.
My sister, Juliet in Small. Um, you have great influence over this man. And he said it many times when he was out there doing the things he was doing. It was you who pulled him in. It was you who gave him the conversation so he could find a new way, a different direction.
I don't believe that.
So again, I'm going to call on you to make sure that this young man gets his money back so that he can provide for his family, right? Because he has a child. He has a newborn child, right? I don't have to tell you how expensive kids are. That's why I only got two. Right? I don't have to tell you that, but Polight has kids. I mean, you have a daughter. You know it costs money to raise children, and so because you are a part of this, you received this money, and you were part of the agreement to repay the money. I gotta appeal to you. So one of the things I want to encourage you to do. Is it doesn't take a lot for you to do your own research and find out things. Let me give you a couple of tips on how not to get scammed before I bring this brother in, because I told y'all I'm gonna be on here for about 20 minutes. I'm not playing. I'm not gonna be on here for no long time, and I can't see the chat, so I'm not even trying to do that. I'll come back on and I'll look at the comments and respond, but I really just want to get through this. How not to get scammed. Anyone who is engaged in the business of investments and receiving investing on behalf of people, one, they should have referrals, right? That's the first thing you should have. You should ask for. Do you have any referrals?
Well, look, all right. I mean, I want to see the part. I want to hear the part when she talking to the dude. So let me fast forward. But you should already know not to get scammed. You get somebody more than $10 fucking dollars, man, and you expect to have that money back. You need some type of promissory note or some type of promise to pay with some type of contractual agreement of the terms that discuss and the reason why you gave this man the money and what the ultimate outcome of getting that money back. So if this man say he's gonna take 70,000 and give you back 100,000 within a 6-month period, all of the disclosures supposed to be in there. They're supposed to be underlining agreement, and that's it, man. That's it. But I'm not giving nobody no money. I'm not giving nobody fucking $100 without having an agreement of how I'm getting my money back. And at least I'm not giving nobody no $1,000 if I don't know where you live at. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, for you to give somebody 70,000 and you just look at this fast talking motherfucker, like I said, there's some naive people out there, man. You understand what I'm saying? Some naive people out there, and this is what goes on. You know what I'm saying? You got people who donate this type of money. Shit, hit me off with 2,500 so I can get this motherfucking documentary out here and get this shit on Netflix or Amazon Prime. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Get this shit out here. You know what I'm saying? On one of the Hulu or one of them other channels, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the documentary is getting out there though. But nonetheless, though, you don't give nobody no fucking 70,000 without knowing where that person live at, without having that man phone, and and like I said, his practices are how he when he start ducking you for that type of money. This is how you paying for this nigga to rent them cars. You paying for this nigga to pull up in a fucking slingshot, which only costs $20,000. Yeah, that fucking slingshot only costs $20,000. That R8 BMW, yes, 100 racks though, but you can rent one of them easily if you go to an auto broker. That shit ain't about nothing, man. And then you didn't like you said, nigga out there, Los Angeles. Shout out to Huckabee because I watched the some shit he had yesterday, and he was basically showing how when Polight went down to Baltimore, how he was interacting with them brothers down there in Baltimore, and them brothers down there he eventually beat them niggas down there, and them niggas said that he couldn't come back down there. You know what I'm saying? He went down there, acting like he was feeding the homeless. He volunteered. He didn't put no money up or nothing. And then he made it seem like he was the main one down there feeding the homeless. And that's why I say this nigga do PR stunts. You see him out there like he doing these protests with this scum ass nigga. What's the other nigga name? Malik Zulu Sabat. He ain't nothing but a fucking CIA, FBI fucking allegedly. I ain't gonna slander his name without having proof or whatever because he is a lawyer. But it is assumed that you know what I'm saying. You hear brother what's the brother name that died what the fuck is my man name? The one talk about the boule all the time. It's gonna come to me, man. Y'all know. What the fuck is his name? The one always talk about the boule all the time, man. But nonetheless, though, he was saying how he had some bad dealings with the nigga Malik Zulu Shabazz and how, after Khalid Muhammad, he took his spot. It's just a lot, man. You have to do your research on that, though. But when I start seeing him with Polight, I said, both these niggas is fucking snakes, man. And then the nigga was out there like he was protesting. Like I said, this whole life is a fucking scam. And Negroes fall for it, man. Just like you got Oprah and them going down there in Georgia, rallying people up to go vote. Yo, I swear to God, man. I swear to God, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Yo, Black Americans are some of the naivest people on the planet. The ones like me and the ones like most of y'all who can see through the fuckery, then we got that special in it. We got that special intuitiveness. But the rest of us, oh my God, bro, we are some of the dumbest people ever. I'm telling you, we are some of the dumbest, naive, ignorant. We are some of the dumbest people, man. And we don't do research. We can't see behind. We can't see through the veil, man. And it's the reason why we keep on getting fucked over, man. It's the reason, you know what I'm saying? But let me play some more. Let me try to find a part when she talking to the guy.
For contrition or redemption or anything to that effect. Right? And so there is an opportunity for you, Brother Polight, and I did extend an invite to him to come on to the show today. Not even a show, I could just come on to my YouTube channel and address this. And I didn't hear back from him, but that's fine. I want him to know that there's value there. But we need the Polight who's committed to us. And not the Polight who's committed to Versace and Gucci.
You ain't gonna get that Polight. She's reaching. She still got some type of like hope that this nigga gonna change. Fuck him changing. I'm not gonna sit there and make no idol or what should happen to him or whatever. I'm not even gonna say nothing like that or whatever though. But real talk, I don't care if this nigga don't come back. This nigga don't need to be back around. And Sarnetta, he like niggas is not checking him about him. That's your man. And you still bring this nigga around after his nigga keep beating people, motherfuckers keep having faulty dealings with him, and you still keep bringing this nigga back around. So motherfuckers should see your ass. And I'm not, like I said, man, you can call him up on the show and talk to Sarnetta. Sarnetta is not hard to find or whatever though, but you can at least bring it to his attention and make him start having some ownership over the shit that Brother Polight is doing. All right, but this shit that she's talking about, as far as trying to get him to, nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Just like he told Blue Pill, oh man, there's some fantasies that I need to live out before I can get to where I'm going. Listen, there's a lot of fantasies that I wish I can do or whatever, though. But guess what, though? I can live without doing some of these fantasies. I can live without living in the mansion. I can live without fucking having 25 women, or I can live without that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I can live without that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I just want to live with just a basic life. If it's things that I haven't had in this lifetime, then guess what? I'm not trying to indulge in that. But this man told brother Red Pill, man, there's some fantasies that I want to live out before I get to where I'm going. And once I heard that shit, I said, this nigga's a clown. Once I seen that nigga with this Rolls Royce and all that, I said, yo, this nigga is a joke. He's a fucking joke, yo. He's a joke. And these stupid Negroes fall for it. Because he might have a little science and a little education, and he got a little sophisticated wordplay. Us, we fall for anything. We look for any fucking hope into where we can get out of fucking poverty, but we don't want to do the steps that it takes to get out of poverty. We want to go and give somebody something and hope that this man can pull a fucking rabbit out the hat for you, and then that's the end of your problems though. But I'm gonna play some more, man. I'm trying to find a part when she's talking to the dude.
And butterfly doors. So, okay. So tell me a little bit. You sent the $70,000.
There you go, right here.
Would it be a fair statement to say that Brother Polight was very accessible to you before you sent that money?
Yeah, of course, like most people that do things like that. And I noticed.
I'm gonna let this rock out.
Stuff starting to change a little bit. That's one thing. When communication starts getting not accessible as before, you start getting these little excuses about stuff that you never heard before.
Right. All of a sudden,
something ain't right.
Right. All of a sudden, right? And that's another red flag, people. If you are dealing with someone and they are extremely accessible before you send that fucking money, and then once you send the money, you can't reach them, red flag. Something is very, very wrong. Very wrong. Okay, that's a huge red flag. And that is a theme that I've heard from other people as well. And I think sometimes people get caught up in the celebrity status of just being in contact with the brother, right? It's like, oh, I'm actually talking to Brother Polight, right? This guy he's famous, right? He's famous. Let me say famous because fame, fuck fame, right? It means nothing to me. It has zero value to me. But I can understand how you may not take the same precautions as you would with a lay person, somebody you just met in the street, right? You might not take the same precautions with somebody like Brother Polight. So I want to make sure you don't feel bad because you trust it. I don't want you to feel bad because that's a good trait. That's a good trait. Young people don't trust anymore, right? And I think that harms us because then we can't reach them, right? Those of us who are, closer to 50 than 40, we can't reach the young people because they don't trust us. And I wanted to make sure that I was at some level that I would demonstrate to you as a young person that there are some good people here that are willing to help you without anything in return. Without anything in return, and I'm one of those people. I am. So you sent the $70,000, and then after a while, there was a point where you had reached out to another individual who helped you get back $10,000 of that money, right? I don't want to say that person's name,
I'm first and foremost, I'm very appreciative of that. I'm not gonna say his name either, but I mean, he knows who he is. I felt like he was.
Oh, sorry, there's a little noise in the background. I think that's a dog or something. I just wanted to stop it just to let y'all know that it's a little noise in the background. No, that sounds like a dog or something, but I'm gonna play some more of it.
Just being honest, trying to make a little bit of bank off someone's business. Right. So, I mean, but there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I can't sit there and say that it is. Right. I'm not like that. Obviously, you're not like that. Everybody's not like that.
That's right. Everybody's not like that. But he managed to get 10,000 back, and that's about the time where I got involved, and I had the conversation with Brother Polight. And I had all the receipts in, and I had the conversation with him, and so now I'm going to show what happened was once I had the conversation with Polight, he agreed to repay this money. Because no matter, this is an indefensible, right? This is an indefensible transaction. If you are a legitimate business person, you at no time would accept $70,000 without there being a contract in place. You just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't take someone call me and say, I need you to represent me on a murder case. I say, you know what, that's going to be $25,000, $50,000, whatever it is. No, you don't send me shit. You come to my office, you sign this retainer agreement, this contract. Sign this contract.
That's
and
right.
then give me a certified check.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because I don't know what the wire is. I don't know where that's fugazi. Right? Because if there's a legitimate business, then the money should be coming in and out of the business, not out of a personal account of your wife. And I say wife because I really don't know if they are legally married. And so we entered into this agreement that Brother Polight would pay back the $70,000. And he would pay back $6,000 at a time.
Damn.
$6,000 a month. And he paid maybe twice? He did maybe once he did 6, twice he did 6. We have to go back and look at the actual receipts, but
The total he paid back was, I want to say, it was less.
I'm gonna just cast the agreement up here so you all can see it. Okay, settlement agreement. You can see this.
Look, this agreement right here, y'all. Look.
Okay, he paid 24,000 back.
Okay, 24,000. That's
So look.
That's not even a dent.
So look. So this nigga right here, this nigga beat this motherfucker for, I want to say 40. He said 46,000. He beat this motherfucker for 46,000 plus whatever interest he was supposed to put on top of that, right? So here you got this nigga, this half a head motherfucker, big forehead motherfucker running around here, still making videos, still walking around, still driving cars, still making, and he ain't got no problem with this shit. This ain't no usual nigga. Niggas don't do shit like this, man. I know niggas who be scamming. I know black Americans who be scamming, and they get low. They don't still be running around like they fucking somebody. This nigga has an ego. This nigga is definitely probably a motherfucking Nigerian, bro. You understand what? Because they the only ones who do this type of shit. They be scamming like a motherfucker. And like I said, I don't know too many. I know black motherfuckers who done scam people who get low after scamming somebody. 70,000? Man, nigga is getting low like a motherfucker. This nigga making a business out of scamming motherfuckers, man. And then run around here, and every time somebody bring him up on some of these allegations, people sit up here clowning or laughing at the person doing it instead of saying, hold up, man. Yo, you need to pay that money back, man. Fuck all that. The nigga, you got the nigga. And that's what we say. Okay, we blame it. We victim blame. We blame it on the person who fucking gave the money up instead of saying, nah, nigga, okay, that nigga was dumb, but guess what? You need to pay that money back, bro. You need to get that money back, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And we allow him to walk away with that money. You understand what I'm saying? And this is your people. And we don't look after one another. We let these fucking immigrants come here, scam your fucking people. You know what I'm saying? Listen, brother. Brother Polight has an accent, bro. You can hear his accent in his fucking voice, bro. You understand what I'm saying? You can hear it. And you can even hear it when he got a video, a rap video or whatever. He's talking African. He got an African slang in it. You understand what I'm saying? And you could actually hear the shit. You know what I'm saying? You could hear the fucking accent. You know what I'm saying? But yet niggas sit here and we blame this man for giving up 70 racks or whatever, man. So I'm gonna play some more of it. This is a contract though he's supposed to put together.
Honestly. Right. So this is the beginning of the agreement, right? Where it's between you and your wife and Polight and his wife. Aminette, also known as Juliet Small. Now, hang on. I'm going to go to the end of that agreement because that way you can see who. Oh, shit.
And that's an interesting name too, Juliet Smalls. Now I know I keep saying she's an African. Like I said, I assume that she is an African. Now I don't know, maybe she changed that name, but Juliet Small is damn sure not no African name or whatever. And like I said, maybe she changed her name. Maybe she has that's her alias. You know what I'm saying? But however it go, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, there's a lot of suspicious shit around this nigga. This nigga is not who he say he is.
I'm going to show you this way. So you saw the agreement. For some reason, the PDF is not posted on my screencast. So I'm just going to do this. So here you go. Right? That's the agreement signed by Michael Nowak Jr., a.k.a. Brother Polight, and Juliet Small. See, you're a party to the agreement. I'm Annette. You're a party to the agreement. Because you received that money. And so as a result of that, you are on the hook, my sister. You're on the hook. And you could very well be held criminally liable for wire fraud. So at this point, so 24, you said 24,000 has been paid back?
Yeah, so that leaves 46,000.
Okay. All right. So $46,000 is the appeal right now. And we're waiting. I'm waiting, and I don't intend to do any more videos about this subject. I am not the point person for the get your money back from Polight fan club. Like I'm not. Don't quote me. I'm not. That's not who I am. Your story appealed to me because you're about the same age as my son, my own son, and it just was something about it. Because I've gotten other stories, but yours just grabbed me, and I was compelled to
now look,
respond and get involved.
If you look up the surname Nowak is a fucking English name. You know what I'm saying? It's an English name. It has a it's one of the coat of arms of English. You know, England. You understand what I'm saying? We know that a lot of Nigerians do move to fucking England. You know what I'm saying? So for him, his name to be Michael Nowak, and that might be an alias. We don't know. But that last name is damn sure not an American last name. And it's damn sure not no Caribbean last name. You know what I'm saying? And I never met no Jamaican or nobody from the Caribbean with that last name Nowak. All right?
And so to the extent that I was able to get anything back, I'm thankful for that. But I want you to get all your goddamn money back. I want you to get all your money back. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens with this. We'll see what accountability people will have in place. I will hope that if nothing else happens, that people are aware, then they will stop sending money to Brother Polight. Now unfortunately, that might fuck some things up in terms of him being able to repay, because I don't know that I think he can only repay people if other people send him more money, right? It's that
a fucking Ponzi scam, damn.
Where you rob me to pay it off, and you keep doing that, until it catches up to you. And I think at this point, it's caught up to him. So, anything else you want to add? Anything else you want me to cover? You want me to address?
No, that's it. I know people wanted to know about what the investment for. The investment was for some tax lien and tax deed real estate promised in a 90-day span to about a 100 to 300% return on the investment.
Okay, so that we're clear. It was your understanding that you would invest this money and there would be purchases of tax lien certificates. And once you got the tax lien certificates, that somehow they would either be resold or flipped, or that property would be sold, and that would yield you a return of over 100% to somewhere maybe upwards of 300%. So we're talking $200,000, $300,000 return on $70,000. Around there. Okay.
Dang.
All right. And did you ever get any paperwork? Did he ever send you any contracts, anything like that?
All of that was, of course, recorded phone calls, text messages, and I didn't get a contract till, of course, you came into play. So,
right. So this is the only legal document that you have, and you can actually.
Look, let me tell you something, right? Let me just tell you how stupid this nigga is. You can go to real estate school for $300, man. You can pay $400 to go to real estate school and learn some of this shit on your own. Why would you give somebody a $70,000 when you can buy your own property for $70,000? You know how many houses you can buy in North? Or how many houses you could buy in the urban community for? You can fucking go to an auction and buy a house for $20,000 or $10,000. You understand? That could have been maybe 3 properties that he could have had that would have helped him. He could have got into these little name deeds. I mean, these little loans where they give you the money to fix the property back up, and then you can sell a property back to the bank, and you would have made your money back. But why give that shit to someone that I'm quite sure if you know about Polight, you just don't know about all the fast talking he did. You had to somehow come across the scamming issues he had to give somebody 70 racks, and he told you he's gonna give you back $200,000 off of that. Man, are you out of your fucking mind? But like I just told you, y'all, see us as black Aborigines, we see nigga ride in the R8. We thinking that's something, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. That right there, like I say, man, we are some naive people, man. I feel so bad for my people, man, and how this system then fucked us around to where we let a motherfucker who look like this, man. We let this goofy, funny-looking motherfucker come around us and use technology and fucking scam your ass or whatever. And like I said, I don't even believe he was married to no 3 fucking women. Because now you don't even see the 3 women come around. You understand what I'm saying? You don't even see the other 3 women come around. You never seen him even be intimate. You know what I'm saying? You never seen him kiss the other 3 women in front of arm and neck. You never seen him do none of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? So that's it was all probably one big fucking scam or whatever, just so he can attract niggas. Because he know how foolish, he probably knew how stupid black Americans are to the point to where, oh, this nigga got 3 wives, man. You got 3 wives? Most of us can't even handle one black woman. But a nigga who can handle 3 black women, you looking at him like he's God. Like, oh man, this nigga's that dude. You got 3 women? Really? Oh my God. Like niggas looking at him like, oh man, he's that guy. You know what I'm saying? And then here it goes. So now you believe anything he tell you. And like I said, man, I'm checking nigga at the door, man. You got 3 women. Well, guess what? That's 3 more fucking headaches, man. I got a wife and I got 4 daughters, and I know how difficult it is to deal with all these different women or whatever. And like I said, just as a point of not having relationships as such as a wife, but just to deal with women alone, to have fucking 3 women and then to have kids by come on, bro. And then you don't see none of these women around. And now you see he went from the woman with the afro to now he messing with women with perm. This girl Victoria, he messing with, you know what I'm saying? And you can see how he's just trying to be something that he's not. And then he always probably wanted to live like this. So if you was living as a crip or if you was on the street, you already should have went through all that already. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, you know, at the end of the day, man, you know, listen, I know most of us, we not stupid. We not giving nobody no $70,000. We not trying to invest that shit in no one like an idiot like Polight. I'd rather take 5,000 or 6,000 of that and go to some seminars and learn my own information, and then I take my own money and utilize it instead of just giving it all to a person at one time. And that's anything. That's even it, but it gets a lot more trickier than that, because you got people who then try to purchase books from him, never got the books. People then gave him a more information. I mean, more shit with property liens and all this, that, and the third. Never got none of that. So, like I said, man, we gotta wake up as a people, man. We gotta stop letting people come here and use us. Whether we do let these motherfuckers come here and sell drugs in your community and poison your mothers and your aunts and your uncles, and these motherfuckers don't even do that shit to their own people. We need to wake the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, with that being said, I'm gonna play a little bit more of that, and we out of here.
Please take this document to court and file civil suit. But I've spoken to you about this before, and I'll tell the people it's really a moot point to sue someone who has no money or has property, and he doesn't have any property. He has nothing in his name, and so what you would have after winning that lawsuit would be an empty judgment. That means a judgment that you can't execute. You can't execute it on a bank account. You can't execute it on any property or things of that nature. I mean, and they don't keep any money in those bank accounts. All right, those it's just to receive and send. It's just, it's one of those. It's no stash sitting in the account that you could execute. You could have a judgment executed on that bank account. So it probably would be for naught to start a civil lawsuit, because that's not going to make him pay. Here's something else that I found. I was doing some research and I was looking something up, and you all want to do this, you can do it. If you Google defendant Michael Nowak, you'll see a number of civil cases that he's involved in. And there's one that's in particular, and it's pretty telling. One that'll come up. And it's the eviction. It's the eviction of Michael Nowak and Juliet Smalls from the La Brea apartments in California. Right? Y'all can look that up for yourself. This was in Los Angeles County Superior Courts. This is February 2008 was the judgment. It was last, yes, 2018, sorry, 2018. You're right, 2018. This was just earlier this year. He got evicted. From his apartment for they instituted actions for non-payment of rent. Right, non-payment of rent. So he and Juliet Small were evicted from that apartment.
Wow, y'all heard that?
Just go defendant Michael Nowak, and you'll see the La Brea ALLC versus Michael Nowak et al. Et al means and others. To have him evicted. So listen, you're riding around here with pretending you have resources and things of that nature, and
you hear that? This nigga's a fucking joke, man. This nigga's a joke. This nigga ain't nothing but a con artist, man. He done got evicted. And I seen that shit, man. When I seen him riding around in that Bentley or whatever, when I seen him riding around that Bentley coupe, and then he moved out there to California, I'm like, yo, don't know niggas do shit like that, man. Your normal motherfuckers just don't get up and just move to another part of the fucking country like that. Now, you do have people who do stuff like that. But just to go ahead and make a move like that, a commitment to move out there in so-called Beverly Hills. We know there is outskirts of Beverly Hills where you can find places that rent is cheap, but remember, California is very expensive. California, my cousin live in California. He live in the Bay Area, and his rent is $3,500 a fucking month, and he's just a regular nigga. You understand what I'm saying? His rent is $3,500 a month, y'all, and he's just a regular nigga. So even on the outskirts of Beverly Hills, the rent got to be anywhere from $2,500 to probably $4,000 a month. So that's a lot of paper, man. That's almost 40. That's like 50 racks a year that you paying to live somewhere. And then some of it could be mortgage, but obviously this nigga was living in a fucking apartment. But he was faking moves like that. But you can tell that this nigga is not no fucking American. He moving around like a gypsy. He go from timeshare to this place to that place. You know what I'm saying? You hear his story, how he was saying, oh, he was moving in places where he didn't have no furniture in these places or whatever. And then he just get up and move from place to place to place to place. Like, I don't know too many niggas who do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, she's telling it all in this video right here, man. So I'm play a little bit more of it. And like I said, we're gonna get up out of here.
It's all very doubtful. All quite doubtful. Okay, so anything else you want to add? I think I know I'm past 20 minutes. I said 20, 30 minutes. I said, are we past 20? You want to add anything else, brother?
No, I'm pretty sure we covered everything.
Okay, all right. I know.
Again, I would like to publicly thank you.
You're welcome
for your services.
You are absolutely welcome. Anything further that I can do to assist you and your wife and your new baby, I'm here and I'm willing to do what I can. Okay. And then and don't give up. Don't give up hope.
Don't give up.
People, because there are still some good people out here who will do the right thing because it's just the right thing to do. There's still some people like that. So keep hope. Stay hopeful. Stay positive. Because that will get you more than anything else. All right.
One more quick thing. I reached out to everybody you can think of in this community. Nobody wanted to touch me for her. And I understand why, because they probably wanted some money attached to it. And that's cool.
Yeah.
That tells a lot about the community. And I don't know, man. Like I said on Roughly Garfield's channel, I ain't putting no bad bone on Sonetta. I don't know him personally, but it's just something fishy about him.
Right.
There's something fishy about him and Polight, man. I don't know. Maybe somebody knows something that I know, but it's something fishy.
Right. Well, I don't want to really even focus on that in this. I reached out to the brother. The last video I saw of Sonetta was him going in about Polight scamming. So I was not.
If that was the case, I publicly apologize.
Apparently that was a while ago, and he's back on the platform. So I'm not sure if they made him into or whatever may have you. But I saw him back on the platform with I guess Nature Boy or whatever. Who there are some allegations that he also has been taking money from our people that I don't know. But he's back on the platform, and the only thing I can say is that when I spoke to Sonetta about this, I asked him not to talk about it because I was trying to get your money back. And I was like, listen, if we can get this kid money back, then we can salvage this and we can work on the redemption and we can get Polight where he needs to be, right? We we're a community. We're supposed to be a community. And so that was my approach. It's like, listen, all right, we're not gonna hang his ass. Let's see if we can put the pressure on him to do the right thing. Do the right thing. And so I was on board. Like, all right, sis, if you think that's the best way, he's like, but I'm done with the motherfucker. And then I saw a video and he went in and I was like, really all done. And then I went back on the page and I saw Brother Polight in the red wall and I was like, hey, back on Sonetta. So, listen, Brother Polight brings a lot of views. Views translate into money. Sonetta has a YouTube channel and he's about making money from it. Don't think for 2 seconds that it's not about making money. That is a platform that he gets paid from. And so I understand, why he would we made up or whatever we have you. But I can't speak on him and where he stands now. I've heard things. I've heard he said, that's old. I don't know. I don't know if you steal from me. I don't care if you stole from me a year ago or you still a fucking thief. Okay, you still a thief. So now that this is all out, if he hasn't done, the thing that we tried to get him to do, which is to pay back these people, then we have to take it to another level, right? We have to take it to another level. We have to take it to the people and let the people know exactly what's going on. And before I met Brother Polight, I was not aware of any of this. I wasn't aware of any of this, and why would I be? You know, I don't concern myself. I am charged with the business of really helping people. Like, really, like I say.
All right, man. That's it, man. I ain't, I just wanted to just bring this shit to the attention and to the people, man. I seen a lot of people touching on this. I got this other video right here, man, but I just wanted to just put people on and bring awareness to it, man. Like I said, man, don't trust these motherfuckers, man. You do the knowledge yourself, man. If you want to get into real estate, or if you think you got some type of fast pace fucking scam, you come run across some fucking money and you want to get into some type of real estate, man, go to real estate school. I mean, or go prepare yourself from it and get around people who's educated on this type of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like it's not hard for you to go to the damn city hall and look up abandoned properties and look up, find out when the damn when they having a auction or a housing auction, or even the sheriff department be having auctions. The sheriff department got properties all the time. So for you to have to go through a nigga like fucking Polight is like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, come on, man. That's like a desperate move. Like, I'm not giving nobody no 70 right. And like I said, I'm not victim blaming his brother, but he gotta hear some of this shit. The main thing is Polight is a fucking scammer, but this brother right here gotta be much smarter, man. You're like, no one should be that motherfucking naive to where you drop 70 racks in anybody fucking lap. Unless it's for something, unless you like got some Mission Impossible type shit going on. You know what I'm saying? There's nowhere in the world you should be dropping those 70 racks in anybody fucking lap without having a fucking a real contract, or having, you know what I'm saying, a real situation going on, man. So, like I said, man, I don't know, man. You know, you got people out here who be doing some goofy ass shit though, but at the end of the day, man, you gotta definitely, like I said, man, definitely wake up. Don't let nobody, even in this so-called Aborigine community, you know what I'm saying? Be careful who you dealing with, man. You know what I'm saying? Be careful who you dealing with, for real. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, I mean, I ask people to donate money for my documentary. Trust and believe, the documentary gonna get out there whether or not people give me money or not. I'm gonna get the documentary out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who did send donations. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you considering to help the brother or whatever though. But like I said, at the end of the day, man, be careful, man, who you fuck with. Even among this community of giving people money and sending people shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Be careful, be careful, be careful. So shout out to all the Aborigines in the chat room. Shout out to everybody. And like I said, man, start scanning people at the fucking door, man. Don't assume that everybody is here to be your fucking friend. You understand what I'm saying? Don't, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's not here to be your fucking friend, man. You know what I'm saying? We got our own situation with our own black Americans that we don't trust. So don't think you trust somebody because he's from the continent and you think, oh man, he's a real African. So I can trust him. Like, yeah, all right, you're gonna get scammed, man. So, with that being said, man, shout out to everybody, man. This is a Thompson, this one, man. Peace.